$40 billion. That's what's on the table, people. Larry Ellison just made a massive move involving Warner Brothers, and it instantly changed the conversation in Hollywood. This isn't a rumor. This isn't a pocket change. It's a power play. So why would one of the richest men in the world step into the chaos around Warner Brothers right now? And what does $40 billion bet actually say about where media is heading? Because when money like this moves, it's never just one company.
Are you not entertained?
All right, and here's why the move matters beyond the headlines, people. Warner Brothers just isn't a studio. It's an IP, it's infrastructure, it's a global reach. We're talking about DC, HBO, legacy film libraries, and decades of cultural power. A $40 billion move here isn't about saving something, it's about controlling the future of content. Larry Ellison doesn't invest emotionally, he invests strategically. That means this isn't nostalgia or fandom. It's a belief that premium IP still wins when paired with the right technology, distribution, and long-term vision. This also signals something bigger. Traditional media alone isn't enough anymore. Tech money is circling entertainment because content fuels platforms, ecosystem, and influence. Owning stories now means owning attention. So this isn't just a Warner Brothers story. This is a sign that the next phase of Hollywood will be decided by people who think in decades, not in box office weekends. Shots fired. And when $40 billion is on the line, someone is about to gain a lot more than just a few measly movies. So for people that don't know Larry Ellison, and I actually had to look him up because this topic came up and I didn't know who the fuck he was, but apparently he overtook Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, as I think he became the second richest man in the US or something to that effect, or not the world, but I think in the US. I don't know, they flip-flop every now and then, so no telling who it is right now, but say all to say this motherfucker got a lot of motherfucking money. And if you don't know, he is from the tech world. He is the co-creator of Oracle, and if you work in any type of corporate job, I'm sure one of the applications you use in your day-to-day life is Oracle. Even if you're in the military. When I was in the military, we use Oracle. When I was on the civilian side of the military, we use Oracle. And a lot of other jobs and big companies use Oracle. I mean, I don't really know one corporate job that I've had that we don't use Oracle. Yeah, he is the creator, so you can, he has contracts with the military and a lot of big corporations. So Oracle is a big deal, people, and that is how he made a lot of his money. And his kids, though they're not in the tech world, his son, Davison Ellison, he is the creator, or one of the creators from Skydance, one of the big people that own Paramount Plus, and that is the money behind Paramount Plus is Skydance and a few other things. And Larry Ellison owns a large percentage of Paramount Plus, if you don't know. So yeah, that's where Paramount Plus money comes from, is from this Ellison family. So this is, once again, this whole Warner Brothers thing is really getting very, very muddy, because I still don't understand. At the end of the day, bruh, there was a whole betting process. Why didn't you just beat Netflix in the betting process? Why are you doing all this stuff after the fact? And I still can't get to that answer. And it's really what's bugging me every time I see a new headline about the Skydance and the Paramount people. Why didn't you just win the betting process? Like, now you're trying to pour all this money when you could have did that. And don't get me wrong, I don't know how the betting process went. I don't know how that goes. I don't even know what's involved. That's behind closed doors. That's kind of hush hush. So, but my thing is, if you didn't beat them there, and they've already, the shareholders of Warner Brothers already rejected your deal, but you went kind of behind people's backs and went straight to the shareholders and they denied you then. I'm not sure what $40 billion coming from your bank account is going to do now, because they already rejected one of your deals. And so, this is getting very, very, very convoluted, very, very messy. And I'm sure this is going to be, and this is just the surface levels. I can only imagine what's going on behind doors, the probably grimy and schemy bullshit that's happening behind closed doors that the public don't know about. I could only imagine. But it's funny because, like I said, Larry Ellison is from tech. That's where he made his money. That's how he became one of the richest men in the US. So tech buying into media is very, very interesting, especially when media is taking so many L's and so many, L movie projects and not making money in the box office. It really is a change upon us. We're witnessing change right in front of our eyes with this whole media thing. So listen, I ain't got no skin in the game. I thought Netflix would be the better deal. Obviously, especially now that, Warner Brothers have rejected Paramount Plus hostile bid takeover. Now he's doing this. It just seems weird. Something here I'm not getting, and I'm not sure what I'm missing. I guess my question is Warner Brothers, as good as some of this IP is it really worth all this hustle and bustle and all this backdoor grimy schemy moves and like, is it worth it? Cause I don't know, and I could be foolish and naive. I don't know. It just seems like this is a lot of, and then why Warner Brothers? I would have thought, when Fox was up for sale, no one really besides, well, it was some little back and forth, but it was overly known that Disney was gonna get that shit, and I didn't see all this pushback. Now you can say that was some years ago, some things have changed. Yes, it's just getting real crazy with this Warner Brothers deal, and I just feel like I'm missing something big outside of the big IPs and the films and even the real estate, the studios. There's gotta be something more to this deal for this man, Larry Ellison, to really be doing all this and putting 40 billion, and honestly, 40 billion is nothing to this man. Let's just get that clear. This man is worth hundreds of hundreds. But yeah, I just feel like I'm missing something. I don't know. Honestly, when Warner Brothers went up for sale and they were struggling to find buyers a few years ago, where was Larry Ellison then? Where was Paramount Plus then? Why are you doing this now? Is this really about keeping Netflix from buying them? Is this really just Netflix hate? Or is there just something else that I'm missing? I don't know. But I don't know. This story has gotten really crazy really quick. Every week there's something different, but yeah, this is the latest. Larry Ellison's putting $40 billion on the line to really, I guess, this is his Hail Mary.
Make a good point. I'm confused just as much as you are. And you had me thinking back just now. When Fox was selling, it was only Disney and Comcast that was so gun-ho hungry for them. And of course, we all know Disney outdid them. And then Disney even had to pay Comcast, so I guess they won slightly. There has to be something that we don't know or not seeing somewhere along the lines why everyone is this thirsty, because just like as my cousin mentioned, Warner Brothers put themselves up for sale a few years ago. And I can't remember who it was. I think I might have said it. I've forgotten now. But someone had came to them, I think it was like 8 billion, 3 billion, something like that. And they were like, no. And there were no other bidders, no takers, nothing like that. So they just retracted and was like, all right, we'll try to work through this. Clearly that's not working. This level of gun-ho hungriness, I do not understand. And it does beg the question, okay, if Paramount, you had this juice from the get-go when the bidding was going and you got outbidded, then why didn't you come out with this offer from the get-go? Why the backdoor scheming to the shareholders, passing the board? Why all of this? And then too, why so hungry to keep this from Netflix? I mean, we've talked about this before with our news articles. These companies don't want this much IP in the hands of potentially the new guy on the block who doesn't do things their way. But why? There has to be something. And then Warner Brothers rejected the hostile bid. They're like, no, even if you are coming with more money, wherever the hell you're going to get it from, they're like, no, we are far more comfortable, interested in Netflix. They're talking a merger rather than just a straight buyout, combining everything. This will work out great for Netflix. Essentially, we don't know what the fuck is going to happen with this Warner Brothers debt, because shit. And it's funny because now I'm saying it out loud. That $40.4 billion guarantee, ain't that the amount of debt that Warner Brothers is dragging along? That guarantee of $40 billion, is that a wink like like, hey, this is your debt that we gonna clear out for you. We'll liquidate that and everything else is smooth sailing. Is that what the fuck this is? I don't know. Every time this comes up, it is everywhere on my timelines and news articles every time. And then just like my cousin, I didn't know who the fuck this dude was. I didn't know who the hell Oracle was. But his name was plastered everywhere of this guaranteed 40 billion. And it's like, is Warner Brothers truly this influential to have this? And again, why now? Why are you all so hungry? And then I want to ask you, Treese, and the audience, where's Comcast in all this shit? Because when any media goes up for sale, it's up for grabs, Comcast is quick to be there to, hey, let me get that. They are nowhere to be found. Not in initial talks, not in the bid war. There's clearly something bigger than the consumer's eyes and the public sector that we don't know about, that we are not seeing on how this shit is unfolding. And it is utterly crazy.
Yeah, so Warner Brothers debt is currently sitting at $35 billion. So yeah, that would pay off their debt and then some. And Comcast, that's a very interesting that's very interesting thing to say. Comcast wasn't betting heavily on the Warner Brothers deal because its offer was primarily stock based and cash light, making it less attractive to Warner Brothers board. Okay, so I guess they did put something in, but it was just so insignificant that they were like, "Nah, get out of here." Compared to rivals like Netflix and Paramount, those whose bids were cash heavy. Okay, so Comcast did make a bid. It just wasn't a lot of cash. It was more stock. So yeah, they threw their hat in the ring. I mean, it's just, I guess
Oh, okay.
they ain't got enough cash on hand to make the deal happen when you compare it to Netflix and Paramount. Listen, it's something weird going on here. Maybe this is just more of Netflix. They don't want Netflix to have it, but I'm like, damn, is it that much hate in Netflix in the media world? And then too, I'm just like, Warner Brothers tried to sales and they was getting $8 billion offers, and now maybe like a year and a half later, now Larry Ellison is quadrupling that with $40 billion guarantee plus whatever else Paramount Plus was gonna give them. It's just crazy. I don't know what the hell is going on. Let us know what you think in the comments below, because this is getting weird. Let me ask this too: if tech billionaires are buying Hollywood, are we about to get better content in our movies or TV shows or streaming shows, or is there a good chance that we get worse content? Because the first thing that happens after a company spends buku money like this, they start looking around like, we got to trim fat. So I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. The whole Hollywood and media thing where we at in 2025 going into 2026 is very weird. Streaming services are nickel and diming people. The cost is going up, and therefore the prices is going up. And yeah, it's getting real weird in Hollywood. And I hate to just say it's just weird as a content creator, but I just didn't think this topic would be still going on. I thought this would have been another Disney or Fox, but apparently that's not what's happening here. And it looked like the fight is gonna keep happening until somebody get knocked out. And I would have thought that Warner Brothers rejecting the hostile bid would have been a knockout, but apparently it's not. That motherfucker got up off the pavement and is still fighting. Like, Jesus. But let us know what you think on this comment below. How you feel? Who is going to be the ultimate winner of this boxing match that is Paramount Plus and Netflix? I know a lot of people were kind of defending and saying that Paramount Plus would be the better buyer to them because they don't like how Netflix do some of their shows and stuff like that. So, but let me know in the comments below, how do you feel? Because this is getting crazy.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, Are You Not Entertained?